Try to show just a little quick snippets of picture framing here. I don't buy them. I use molding. Hardwood mold. And it's basically the old machine's foot brake operated. Put the old foot up here like this, and you mash the old foot down, and you get your 45 cuts. Got two nasty razor sharp teeth. Don't mind the bolts. That's not for me. I don't strip bolts like that. Okay, and this is you got a little adjustable slide here. This is for your rabbit. You can lower it or raise it. Both sides has one. I think I can do up to 6-inch molding. Alright. And over here, basically, yeah. See? Use that for 8x10 or 8x10. I'm doing 8.5 by 11s now, so I'm 8.5, a 16th over, and so forth. And basically, this little scale, this thing slides. This is your measuring scale. I can do pretty large pieces. So basically, I've already fit this to the rabbit. I think it slides underneath there. And what I did too is kind of pick up, make sure there's no slack in it. I know this isn't working out. I'm not good at this stuff. Alright, so the rabbit's pretty tight. Not much slack in it. Okay, so basically you just slide her on over. I'm just gonna take off a small sleeve to show you what it does. And then see if I can get it in here so you can see. No, you're not going to see that way. Basically, okay. 45 cut. Let's say if I want to make it 8x10 or whatever. This is just a. Let's see. I'll make it so I don't scrap and waste it. Make it a 8 1/16. Bumped it a little bit so it'd be 8. My other rabbit slide, I call them rabbit slides. I don't know what the real name is for them, but basically just do that, and this whole thing, this handle here, this chalks your thing back, your cutter back here. See? Look, if you slip up, we get your fingers in here, you're in some serious trouble. So I can arrange this light a little better here. Such pain in the butt. I should have got this more organized. And basically, you just got this thing, and what it does is you can nibble out. You just got to hold your molding in place. What I like to do is I take, let's see here. I usually take one nibble in the beginning. One little nibble in the beginning. Alright. Okay. Nice and clean. Slide it back in there. I'll take one little nibble. I do this in 3s. In 3s. I keep sliding it over, make sure my rabbits are in place. Okay, so now I got here. You can't show me a compound box or whatever the hell you call those damn things. You don't get a better 45 than that cut right there. I mean, I'm not pushing them together, but look. Well, at any rate. There's that. You take your 245 pieces, and they come over here, this little doohickey here, which is also foot brake operated. You put your 45s in there like that. Let me get these pictures out of the way. You put your 45s in here. I normally glue them first, and I hold them tight with a rubber band. You slide them up in here like this, and there's a, it's called a V-nailer. Takes a little fancy V-nail. Okay. One side's got wax on it to make it penetrate easier. Alright, so basically, it's not going to be square because I'm doing this one-handed, but maybe I can figure out how to do it here. Foot brake operated. Got the old T here. Taking and mash both of those in. There's your V-nail. Okay. Nice tight corners. Yeah. This ain't perfect. That's because I'm doing it one-handed. See, it's got a little lip on it here. But that's it. So I make the frame, but I glue them before I V-nail them. I strap a elastic band around it, tighten it up real tight to hold it together for about 20 minutes, and then I glue it. So that's it there. And it's a Jiden, made in Denmark. And the blades are pretty hefty price too. Of course, I'll go here, so I put frames together and glue them. Here's the bands that I use. See, it's all separate. I just cut this one. I'm gonna start making. I'll shut it off for a minute here. Alright, so basically, I got my 4 pieces cut here. I'll slide this down a little more so you can see it. I got my 4 pieces cut. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nicely cut. 45s. What I do before I glue them is I pre-fit them. And I always leave a little bit extra on there just in case. Just in case it, they're not right. I use a little elastic bungee. Basically just set it on here. Stretch it on here. Tighten it up like that. Like so. Put it on the corners. Raise it up so I can put the corners together. Tighten it up some more. I hope it doesn't slip off so I don't have to do it all over again on video. Alright, there you go. There's your frame. Now what I do is I just take the band back off it. Let me square it and make it look right. Alright. Okay. Nice corners, man. Nice corners. A lot of people kind of frown when I say $5 for a frame. The glass that I use, some of the sheets, depending on the photo and the importance of the photo, is $20 a piece for an 8x10. High-end glass. So basically I just put that together, take my band back off, throw a little, I got some of these fancy little ink pens. What I do is just, I hit the outline right here around the whole perimeter up there, so it stays kind of brown. That's it for that. I glue it, put it on. In this case, I'm going to use some dark walnut. Basically just, I take them, 2 of them together. Draw my little line. Probably not the right color, but it's better than standing out white. At any rate, these old paints are getting dried up. I don't use them enough. There we go. And it takes some time, man. It's taking me a little bit longer because I don't typically do this on video. Just a hobby. Something I can do to get out of the house. That's usually enough like that. Just color it up, make sure it's all white's covered up. Do that on both ends. Do that on both ends. And like I said, I'll clean them up nicer. I'll make them like, I'm just doing it for video right now. Do the other ends. Same thing on these ends and the other 2. Throw some glue on them. Put the rubber band back on it. Let it set up. Throw the V-nails in it. put some glass in it, and get it ready for a picture. It takes me time, man. You don't think I just go buy frames, and I have, but I got lucky and I was able to meet a kind lady that was willing to help me out. I was going on her porch and getting used frames. She was donating frames in Smithfield, and she come out one day and she asked me what I was doing with the old picture frames, and I told her, well, I was trying to recut them because I did photography and was wanting to kind of get in my own, I do photography, so I might as well do a little framing. So that's where it begun. She invited me in and loaned me that Jiden cutter and helped me get some materials. She donated a lot of stuff to me, and she seen that my interest was well, and she wanted to help me out. This is where we are. Right. Now it's all dried. I'm going to throw some of the old tight bond on there. And, she used to be a band room. I used to play music in here. All kind of bands played in here over the years. Leadfoot, some of the King Hitter guys, Enemy Disguise, Elysium, Killing the Catalyst. Hold back today's jam back in here a little bit. Alright, so now I got my glue on. I'm going to take my trusty little rubber band here. Gotta have a smoke while doing this. I would have some good music on, but I'm afraid all those little crybabies in the music world will have a fit. You're making money off my video. No, motherfucker. Making money off my video. Don't make no money on them. I'm not into all that crap. Alright. You're all tighten up a little bit with my old bungee here. If it doesn't go flying apart on me. Which it did. Oop. Hate it when that happens. Alright, I'll make this quick, because I ain't got a lot of time to be screwing around with this video. The glue's still sticky, it'll work. Besides, I'm going to throw 2 V-nails each in each corner. That'll work. Alright, I just wasn't paying attention when I did it last time. It's got to be done a certain way. Alright. Spin it around, put this in the corner. What I do is I pull this and watch my corners so they don't slide up. And get them all tight. Including this one. Oh. Hey, I gotta come up with a better system. Let's try just a little bit more back on one side. I come up with just a little bit more, man. Sorry. It's taking me so long. I don't typically do this with a video. And I don't spend a whole lot of time out here doing this. I come out every now and then, do a couple frames. But all my leg and my back can stand. One more time. We'll try it this way. So time does go into it, man. Yeah, look at this glass I got. This ain't cheap. It ain't cheap stuff. It's backwards, you're not gonna be able to read it. But anyway, this is the expensive glass. Yes, it's got the little, like your high dollar, reading glasses. It's got that blue tint to it. Well, you guys can't see it, but it usually have like a blue tint on it, like you see on expensive eyeglasses. Backing boards. It's not cheap. 20 for an 8x10. $16 to 26 online. 40 bucks, 9 pieces. She did me a favor. Alright, so I got this sitting up. Let me try to do this one more time here. I don't pull it over to the corner. Make sure my edges are straight. Alright, I want to try this one more time. If not, I'm giving up on the video, so I don't have to hold you guys up all that long watching me chase these pieces of wood around. Almost made poopy. Almost made big poopy. Okay. Get the old trusty washcloth. Wipe off the excess glue. Some of this molding I got is bent, so I mean, you just gotta make do with what you got. All I had to do was go down and pick it up. See that's still loose. It's flimsy. I'm probably gonna mess up. Get them corners tight. I come over here to that fancy little machine I got over here. Alright. I don't know if I can set that thing up or not, but take this little fancy freshly glued frame. Modded corners. Come over here to this little fancy V-nailer machine. Slide one corner in there. Push up on both edges. Push up both edges. Give it a squeeze. Alright, that was good. Push down. Looking good, looking good. Basically, that's it. That ain't perfect. Some of the molding is a little bit bent. But, took my little band off. 8.5 by 11 frame. Go ahead and price one of those custom made. You can go to Micheal's all day long and get frames, but when you start getting into custom woods and not cheap plastic woods, it gets expensive. Not to mention the glass, the V-nails, the flexure points, the backing paper, the two-sided tape, the cleaning supplies. This goes on, hanging material. There's a lot to it, man. And check that out, man. Little family tradition we used to have back in the day. When we had a bunch of Novas. Well, they belonged to somebody else. It's a pretty good shot from Glot. And mold my head. Old Champagne Society. My buddy Swines. Old Broad Slab. Mike Smith. A little picture I took. Diggerfoot show. There's Carl. 3 different generations. Yeah. Going on glass cutting. Got everything I need to do on my glass cutting. Over here, this is a mat cutter. I have mat, but I have not attempted to even try cutting mat yet. Basically, this little machine, this whole little jobby flops up and you slide your stuff in here. This is what I cut the foam board with the back of filters. Got your little razor handle, you slide it in here. Away you go, and you cut it, and got your measurements. My favorite molding out of all this, when we went up there and got all this stuff from Fuquay, I'll tell you what, there's one of them right there. That's one of them I like. It's got some crook in it, but I'm going to use it. Stuff's pretty rad. That piece there and that variety. This old mold, that's like 70s molding. You got all kinds of decent molding. It's got to be clean. Got some nice old stuff here. Look at that stuff. Oh yeah, look at this. Wow. Look at that pattern on that. Is that straight? Oop. Ain't too bad. That's gonna be some nice $100 frame in there. Probably charge about 20 bucks a frame for those. 20, 25 bucks for 8x10. Anything bigger than that, price goes up. That's some more of that mold. That's some of that cheap stuff. Real light duty. Got some nice pieces of that. You got a piece of nail stock. I ain't selfish. I'll take it all. Whatever's free. And it was all free. All we had to do was go get it. God, look at this stuff, dude. What is it? Man, I got two pieces. Oh, there's a whole nother. Oh, wow. Nice. Actually, they're both the same. Some nice stuff. What else we got on there? There's all kinds of molding in here, man. Yeah, this is old stuff, man. Old 70s stuff. I wish we had more time. We only had 2 days. We actually only had 1 day. And, God, look at that stuff too, man. Got a little gold on it. Some old, small, thin stuff. Doesn't do too. Look at that old wood grain. So I got a little more molding, and I got plans to make something with it. I'm gonna try something with this. It's got a hell of a crook on it. It's flexible. But anyway, I got some more molding, y'all, and I'm gonna try to make some decent stuff. Just bring a little piece to everybody, myself. Makes me happy messing with this stuff and giving people something decent to enjoy themselves with. I don't know, I'm not doing very good at these videos. Oh, here's some. Look at this stuff. Nice. That's got gesso on it, man. That's the stuff that's probably going to chip. God, wish I had more of this. Tell you what, that was luck when we got all that stuff. Her name is Tara. She runs a frame shop in Smithfield. A very well known, respected frame shop. So anyway, got some more mold. It's kind of rough, but that's just a little short run around about framing. It's not a competition. Do it all, man. It's the real deal. Ain't no dollar store frames here, man.